Hey guys, this is the Greater Peoria Open coverage. We're at round 3 finally, so this is the final lead card for the Greater Peoria Open for 2025. Dalton's still with me. You know, you guys were bored of hearing just me.
I'm back at it again for another year of doing the Greater Peoria Open commentary. Thanks for Peyton for inviting me back. Love being on the commentary and being able to watch this footage and commentate on it. I don't get to watch a lot of the footage or not the footage, not a lot of the event itself
Yep.
while I'm out there. So it's great to get this first look at it.
Yeah, and so we have our MA1 players here on the lead card. Looks like Andrew's kind of running away with it, but we have a few players in contention with second, which is also reputable. We got second and third place, definitely being vied for by the rest of the players. The winner of this event is just going to avoid as many bogeys as possible. If you parred everything, you'll take the win for sure. So even Andrew's looking to make sure he doesn't take any big numbers. And he's played this hole for par all 2 rounds. We'll see if we do the same thing here. But yeah, hole 1 is 453 foot, par 3. Just try to keep it open. We saw a near ace run from Blake Sutter last round. Go check that out if you haven't seen the previous round. But yeah, there's a few good ways to play this hole, and backhand's a very popular one. Being able to get that spin and have the disc kind of hold its integrity, hold its line for as long as possible. So this righty backhand is definitely the way to do it.
Oh, getting skinny with it. He's throwing the same exact disc that he did the first 2 rounds, that Origin first run.
And he is exactly where he was the first 2 rounds, so... All right. And we got a new player on the card, Chandler Wisenand, with his hot round of last round, 7 down. He shot 1 stroke better than Andrew and came up from the chase card. Definitely playing well. Hopefully he plays a really good round here for final one on longs.
Dude, that was awesome.
I mean, it's inbound, so not much more you can ask for there.
Yeah, just a safe shot. He got a Gannon Burr-esque forehand from what I can tell. Definitely has the physique for it, so I can see how it plays out. But yeah, on this one, just don't take the needless OB stroke. You can just chunk something halfway down the fairway into the ground. This one's kind of like that, but you want it to make sure it doesn't go OB, and that's a good tree hit right there. Just hits and sits.
Andrew and I were kind of joking to see if we could get convince Caleb that Chandler was Gannon Burr.
Yeah, it would be possible. Maybe a little facial makeup there. Get the ruse going. The cigarra again.
If he gets it more left than he did the last 4 rounds, but great second kick.
Oh, yeah.
I also do want to give a shout out to Andrew for purchasing me lunch all 3 days of the event.
Hey.
So definitely appreciated that and helped me out since I'm not able to leave the park at all.
Maybe you'll be able to pay him back with some winnings, right?
Oh, yeah.
As if he didn't already earn that. There you go. Okay. Some unfortunate tree kick once again from Caleb, but Blake just start off with a par. I think it's a great way to start your round here at Black Long. Caleb, want to put this one close to. That's looking much better. A little straight.
A little right and straight. He's going to have a long putt, but if you watch last round, you know that he can hit those long putts.
He can. Definitely confident on the green, and we also learned, too, he's had to borrow some time from disc golf, so he's not quite as practiced as he was trying to get his three-peat, 2 wins the 2 years prior, and trying to secure the win this year. It's going to be tough. It's possible, but tough. And we got Chandler pitching up there. Simple par, just kind of get the final round jitters out. Just kind of settle into the course. Start taking them pars.
I feel like most players have the first hole jitters. They got to get the first 1 or 2 out of their system, and then they can start relaxing.
I think I am like 80% all of my tournament rounds starting out with a bogey or worse. Like, it's just it doesn't matter how easy the hole is. I'm not talking about just here at Northwoods. I think it's like it's the amateur thing. It's like, okay, like what's this round have in store? And so until you get the first bogey and you're like, you know what, just let it happen, you'll finally settle in. So
I know.
Whoa, Caleb, double bogey start. That's not what you want to do if you're vying for a podium.
I know, even speaking with some of the MPO guys that I know, they even get the first hole jitters, regardless if it's the first round, second round, or third.
Yeah.
I know some of them said, are you even really excited to play the event if you're not nervous?
Yeah. Well, and once again, too, like, nervous is, it's just excitement, right? It's energy. So people can just convert that into anxious energy and be really nervous, or you just have that excited energy. So yeah, a couple bogeys here for our tied for second leader and Andrew. But Innova, I'm going to introduce Innova here. They've been an incredible partner of the tour and of GPO, especially working in partnership with Power Grip to equip this entire series with players packs. Innova has some great stuff, so always go check them out. I enjoy going on their online shop and checking out their discounts, their deals. You can't go wrong with some Innova plastic too. So.
From what I hear, there might be an Innova giveaway.
You're right. I'm actually doing coverage giveaway for the weekend. If you guys have watched the rest of the coverage, you'll have heard this 50 billion times. But I'm actually giving away a players pack, which is an Innova UV light, an Innova Halo It, super awesome. I got one of the sickest ones. We also have a chalk bag mini and a discount to Gravity Disc Golf. So guys, find out how you can enter in the description below. I want to give that players pack out to one of you lucky viewers. So we're going to move along to hole 4, which is a...
Hole 2.
Hole 2 par 4.
Hole 4, yeah.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw the 4 there. But I kind of like this approach shot. It kind of sets the tone for the entire course. If you can throw that 300 to 350 foot shot just dead straight, not deviating a line like this one did, you're going to play very well. So, I mean, a great result for Andrew's early release. It could easily have gone left, and then...
Yeah, unlike you saw in the previous round from the shorts, you're able to try to cut off more of the fairway. But from here, you're just trying to land short of Brent there in the fairway. That's kind of the landing zone you want to be in.
Yep. So a lot of MA1 players will throw that kind of true mid-range, I'll call it. Not much turn, not much fade. Just right at that bent tree in the middle of the gap. And that's what it kind of looks like. A little early left, but it'll be a good result. It opens up the second half of the fairway being a little bit more left. So
yeah, it's a good shot nonetheless. I would take that every drive.
And that's the overstable fairway, I think, that Andrew nearly threw in on
Yeah.
hole 4, was it?
Yeah.
On the last round? Yeah, that was incredible.
That is a star max.
Oh, nice. And he puts it in a great spot there. So good recovery. He should set himself up for a pretty routine par if he can execute the next shot. Blake, definitely don't want to push this straight. You don't want to miss on this shot. Straight, you're in jail. Early, you're going to have to probably just pitch halfway up the fairway. And he did it.
Yeah.
Good result. Yeah, the just a lot of pressure to try to keep scoring on all the easier holes will leave players wanting when they just push it into the rough. And Chandler's challenging the sides of the fairway and gets a favorable roll after a tree kick late in the fairway. So he'll be able to pitch up for a par, or maybe even scare the basket for a bird look. This is where you want to be.
He's got the perfect line to the basket here.
Yeah, we'll force over line here. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was lining up a little bit more. Anheuser came out a little bit flatter than he wanted, but, you know, once again, not a big tree kick. Leaves you in a decent spot to get up and down. So, ooh, nice turnover line from Andrew, putting it deep.
Deep left, give him a long look.
That's going to be an interesting stance for his putt. That little bush back there, deep and left of the basket, forces you to do that. Call it, once again, a Gannon bird putt.
Yeah.
He's just so proficient at those. He's got it branded. It's his own. And that's a great straight line there. Nice job, Blake. Those are the kind of shots you need if you want to win out here. All right. Just pitching it up. Don't want to. This green can also get a little fast on the back end too, with the slope away from you when you're short. Who's that guy hamming up with the players?
Yeah.
I'm getting a new cameraman onboarded. We got one of our local amateurs' sons out here. This guy's name's Sean. I'm excited to see him work with us in the future as well. A lot of opportunity there. Happy to have people from the community help out.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, no. Just stating that there was only one birdie on the day for this hole. These guys are already past that point of getting a birdie, I believe, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But Brad Huey, he was on round 1 coverage, so check him out. He's a saucy forehand guy.
Yeah, he is. We saw that on round 1. And actually, I think that was Andrew's birdie. Oh, no, sorry. He had caught early. Once again, I always get those early kicks out of my brain. Short memory. Good comebacker there. That roll away, man. Just the course kind of spitting in your face when things, once again, aren't going your way. It has a chance to kind of wreck your round. But good recovery there. But yeah, Brad Huey, birdie on this hole is great, especially from the longs. We saw him round 1. Pretty crafty. Definitely enjoyed it. All right, and these guys just going to tap in here. I'm going to move on to hole 3. Once again, the par 4 stretch that you're really wanting to score on.
Power Grip USA, massive sponsor for the tour and the GPO. Go check out them over at Bloomington, their retail store, or online at powergrip.com. Can't speak highly enough of Zach over there and helping me out in making this tour and tournament a big success.
Another powerful player in the area. As we move on to hole 3, this hole gets extremely hard given the tee shot. So this is probably one of the exceptions to the rule I talked last round, where the tee shot definitely will challenge the player more than the second shot. But you're trying to throw a power forehand really to get into the same spot that you would off the short tee.
Yeah,
so.
You saw the guys off the short tee for last round. It was kind of a softer forehand, just kind of get up and around. Now they're trying to tack on an extra 75 feet to that before it starts making that turn.
I think it's more like 100, 125. Okay. Yeah, it really forces the player to disc up and actually trust something straighter that will naturally fade off and fit the bend. So trying to throw more in an overstable disc kind of at Brent's head right there to have it fade off. The flip up is what a lot of players are comfortable like hitting a gap with. So Chandler and Blake both leaving a little bit early. They'll be able to kind of pitch up and kind of hack out a par on this hole. Yeah, so everyone's just throwing the forehand here. Opens up also this initial gap here, just like 30 feet off the tee. That's how you want to do it. Avoid that tree.
Okay.
Yeah, good result there.
Still on the inside, but he's got the best look so far as being in the fairway.
But it goes to show the distance challenge that this tee shot has. Because, I mean, it's a good spin with the distance driver that Caleb threw, and he still managed to keep it just a tad bit short. So, yeah, good flex line, showing up stability a little later than he wanted. But that's an okay look because he's on the outside of the bend. Andrew will have a chance to kind of get some distance down the fairway for a second shot. This is a challenge here. You got low ceiling, gap hit, scramble.
Oh, he ends up doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great shot.
He's going to have a jump putt look for his approach. So easy 4 there for sure. Maybe a 3. Get a chain high. And that's
okay.
Caleb there. Not Caleb, sorry.
Blake,
yeah. Pitching around the corner. Andrew's like, I forgot where this basket is. I don't know where it's at. I only threw it in from somewhere around here last year.
Right after he said he was going to birdie every hole. And
yeah. And Yeah, I don't know of another guy that knows this course any better than Andrew does. It impresses me how fast he just kind of gets up and plays. He tends to know a course really, really well. So that's an okay result. He'll be able to pitch up for his par too. I think that's what most everyone here is going to try to do now. Caleb could get pretty crafty if he wanted to.
Ooh.
Now he's going for his par. Birdie has evaporated. Just pars now.
Andrew's kind of the guy that kind of plays the course like chess.
Okay.
He's played it multiple times, so he already knows what moves he's going to make ahead of time.
And just plays his game and lets it be.
Yeah.
I've seen that, and I can appreciate that mentality. I let my emotions and the heat of the round kind of get to me instead of just, playing the stroke where it belongs and just take the beatings where they're there and not try to make it up later. So that's a good shot there from Blake on the dance floor for par. I think pars work here. What's the hole playing difficulty-wise? I think
Hole is playing .82 over par. There was only one birdie on the round, and it was once again Brad Huey.
Dang, Brad.
Back-to-back, only birdies.
Ooh.
Gaining. Ooh. As we almost
witness Andrew throwing it again.
Yeah.
Gosh, he loves to scare this basket. But yeah, Brad Huey with another bird. Those are great birds. Great back-to-back birds. Yeah, 0.8 strokes. That's nearly a whole stroke.
Over
this is
par,
a par
yeah.
5 for the MA1 division. That's crazy. It's all in that tee shot. As soon as you're off left to right, you're going back and forth.
Great putt.
No, win.
For par. I think he actually nubbed. If we look at that, run that back, he nubbed on the right side, and it kind of just lifted and throw it in. It was good.
Good straddle there from Chandler.
He's got that reach. He was playing from both lies, what it looked like. He
Yeah,
was straddling
right, yeah.
into Blake's like, hey, I got you, man. I got your putt.
Definitely got the length.
Yeah, for sure. Good cleanups there. Yeah, okay. Well, the par is, taking strokes against the rest of the field, and it looks like we've got a par frame here. Yeah. Very well done. No big strokes here. I'm going to shout out Jim Fowler and Die to Self. So Jim's doing an excellent job donating some free disc dies for CTPs for the whole tour. And he has an incredible selection and is doing a great job at his own processes and also finding the die patterns that people enjoy. So I always like figuring through his selection to see what he's got. He's very passionate about the sport too, and he has his son that also plays quite well. So with that, we're moving along to hole 4, par 4, 637 foot.
It's actually playing one of the harder holes on the front 9. It is actually averaging 1.24 strokes over par. So
even harder than hole 3.
Yeah, this is pretty much a true par 5 for these guys.
Yeah, and this is one where it's just challenging that distance. You got to throw that forehand line to really fit the fairway and have that disc fade out before it does that. Chandler on the hillside of the creek, just like in hole 3, this is the same creek that we're coming back along, and that creek drops down 10, 15, 20 feet from the fairway's height. So you're down in there, it's going to take you 2 good strokes to get you back on course. But yeah. Most players are trying to get to those trees that you're trying to throw in between off the short tee. It's a great place to land, but yeah.
Oh, turned it over too quick out of his hand. Just repeating myself from the previous round. It is a forehand type shot off the tee. If you can get that distance all the way down, it gives you a better look to the basket.
Yeah, and once again, it's that distance with the disc not really moving too much left to right. So having to throw that flip up there, I think that was the spear, if I wasn't mistaken. So Caleb really relying on that flip up hyzer to ride straight, which it works out in a lot of cases. He actually throws it really well. That one was returned. And Andrew here getting that turnover, getting lucky through some trees.
He's just a little bit further back from where he was last round, but he's still in a pretty good spot.
I just really don't know of anyone here who has the forehand prowess to give themselves a pretty easy look at the bird.
Yeah.
This, as you pointed out, just the entire division playing over a stroke over.
Yeah.
This is a hard hole. Yeah. And
So we got Blake. He's
making it hard for
playing.
himself.
Yeah.
A little pitch up there. I think that was that Caleb?
No, that was Blake that made that last shot, and now we're to Chandler.
Yeah. And I think that was Caleb pitching out of the creek. He hit that that spear on the right side of the fairway, and it either ricocheted or cut rolled into the creek. So he pitched out.
Yeah, because here's Caleb here.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, never mind. Then I stand corrected. You know, I should actually pay attention, you know.
Yeah.
Being a commentator is pretty important that you pay attention, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Going for it.
Yeah, being on the high side of the fairway gives you a chance to throw for some distance. He pushes straight past the bend, which, I mean, it gives you a chance to pitch up, but you can definitely find yourself, like, at the base of a bush that gives you absolutely no look for the green. So let's see what that happens. And
Andrew was going for it again.
rejected.
Yeah, he's not afraid to take those risks on the course.
There it is.
He does have some strokes to play with, so I guess if he wanted to play a little gutsy, he could.
Sure. And we got these trees and bushes are catching people up right next to the bridge. Yeah, I think this is Chandler in here. Somewhere in the planet of Endor.
Yeah.
He pitches up and out, and there it is.
Good shot.
Good result.
Routine upshot.
Yep. And I will say, just a little disclaimer, we're going to see a little bit quicker pace of play with Sean on the camera. We're running some footage here pretty quickly, so drop us in the comments. Once again, not trying to pick apart Sean's abilities here. He's learning, but what do you guys feel about like having less experienced people on camera? Does having lower quality camera work kind of dissuade you guys from watching the coverage? Honest opinions only. Post in the comments below. Just love to see your guys' feedback.
But no bullying.
Nope. Yeah, please, no bullying.
We're anti-bullying here.
We're effectively talking volunteers here.
Yeah.
So
There's a difference between critiquing and bullying. So
you can bully me. That's fine,
Yeah.
because I'm making this a passion of mine. So if it's not good and I'm doing it a lot, let me know. But anyway, that was a great putt there from Chandler. Not to gloss over that
Yeah.
for what I think is a double.
yeah. Which is pretty much like a single.
Yeah.
A little off to the right here from Blake. Blake is just ready to get off this hole, I think.
Yeah, it's giving him a big number. He's lining up. I think this is his triple look here. Just put it in. Oh, first quad. Oh, yep. Well, sometimes black longs will do that to you. It happens to a lot of people. But hey, there's more course to be played. Oh, no. Andrew, you got to put that on line with the basket.
Sail.
Pulled that to the right. It's all right. We'll see. He's got to kind of turn things around, right? You don't want things to crawl away. Going from what was effectively a birdie look with that 4, turning into a 5. Not too much loss there, but someone has the chance to really pump the gas and start catching up to Andrew.
Yeah. Shout out to Rent-A-Center, Pekin, Illinois, for sponsoring the event. Chris Knott has helped out in gaining them as a sponsor. So if you are needing anything from a Rent-A-Center, choose the Pekin location. Hole 5, the easiest par 4 on the front 9 here. It is playing just .24 over par, so this is a pretty horrible shot for them. It's no different than the short layout because it only has one tee pad. You're just trying to get to that straightaway landing so that way you can get up and off to this little slight curve. It is a 2-shot hole.
Yeah. You know what? Creative question for commentator. Well, what do you think about trying to put in a long pad here?
Question is where would you put it? Just because there's
Longer.
Well, yeah. Just because it runs so close to 4's green, it's just hard to find a place of where you would put it.
I'd be curious a little bit further back and a little bit left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you could do like back right even.
Back right's even closer to that green, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Is it?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So it would be back left then.
Yeah, I don't know. Just honestly, I think this hole is a breath of fresh air from just a couple pretty challenging holes. So I'm never opposed to having a par 4 where it's just 2 kind of technical down-tempoed shots, because it challenges the full, bookend skill levels of even the top pros, where, they're used to being challenged with distance. Now they're being challenged with consistency and approaching. So throwing that 250-foot shot is actually, and a lot of pros talk about it, it's a struggle for them.
Yeah.
Because they're not used to it. So, yeah, once again, a breath of fresh air for us amateurs.
Oh,
Yeah, pulling
early
a little
tree
right.
for him and Caleb.
Yeah, they're gonna work on it. Caleb's actually in the same spot he was last round. I think if he had a chance to replay a hole, I think it'd be this one.
Oh, you just missed so much content.
Oh. Peyton doing some cleanup work.
Oh, I didn't even have a chance to comment on that. You see that in the tee shots. I actually leaned up against that tree, and it was like wiggling in the ground like a loose tooth. So I'm like, this is going to be a danger to someone. They're going to lean on this tree wrong, and it's going to fall on one of their, card mates or something. So I was like, you know what? It just needs to go. It's not in play anywhere. It just ends up being a hazard. So I was like, okay, everyone watch out. Just yank the tree down, throw it off the walking path. That was my course maintenance for the day. Keeping our paths safe.
It's definitely appreciated. Caleb just trying to pitch up. He left himself shorter of the corner on his second shot there.
Yeah, so he puts a little extra air underneath it, and it kind of stalls out short. He's going to have a lot of work if he wants a par. Chandler kind of loading up in his little forehands there, stands still, kind of rocks into it. I think just trying to build that momentum and a consistency for the forehand. I enjoy seeing that. High turnover here from Andrew.
He's about the same place as Chandler. Just a little better look.
Yeah, it's being deep of this landing zone really challenges that. The landing zone here is very particular. It's like a 30-foot diameter circle of places that are relatively easy to score from. And that looked like it was in the basket for a second on coverage.
No chains.
Rewind that back. It's in the basket. You can see it. Oh, that was a great upshot. I think that was the same way he played the whole last round too, if I'm not mistaken. So
I believe so.
yeah, good result. All right, first of our bird looks here.
Oh. All right. Now the only other bird look here. All right.
There it goes.
Andrew getting stroke back on the whole card. One of 2 birdies of the round. The other one from Liam Brown.
Which we saw him on the first round too.
round,
Yeah. Even though he kind of played like Lance did in round 2. If you guys didn't check out round 2 or 1 coverage, please rewind, go back, check it out. I appreciate the being able to put out the players, the new players to coverage. Liam being a return, I think we had him at, or we'll have him at Megiddo earlier in the year, so that coverage is yet to come out.
Yep.
But yeah, just a real strong kid, good player. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
He just turned 16 today as well. So
hey, happy birthday to him.
Yeah, happy birthday to Liam. He's another one of my Double Eagle teammates along with Caleb. So
sweet. Chandler missing early and left again. Got to tighten up that putt, man. But it's all right. Honestly, if there's anything anyone can be continuously working on in the game of disc golf, it's the putt.
yeah.
So,
Game On, out of the Peoria, Illinois area. They host parties for those that are into gaming. They have multiple different consoles. You can book them for a birthday party, work party, or any kind of party you just want to host with your friends.
Oh, yeah. All right. We are into one of the I think it is the toughest hole on the front.
No.
No, it's not? Okay.
It's not,
hole
yeah.
5 has it. Or sorry, no, hole 4 has it.
Hole 4 has it as of right now.
Okay.
But this is playing almost one stroke over par. It is a tough one. The fish hook hole. This is where it starts to make that bend into the candy cane-like shape down to the green. Disclaimer, when I was measuring this hole, I measured all of the hole's distances out here at this course. Never saw the course before.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of walking this course blindly I have no clue where the basket is.
Yeah. And yeah, the reason why this hole plays so difficult is because I truly believe it's like 600 feet to get to the bend. And it's 600 feet of like finessed distance shots. So, I mean, it's marginally uphill for part of this fairway, so it's really tough to get a good amount of distance. So, I mean, throw 300 feet, and then another 300 feet, and then you have a really technical shot to get to the green. So I can totally understand why a 5 here is feeling like a bird. We got a couple players not even really making out of the gap here, and Chandler throws a somewhat traditional forehand for players at our level, but he does turn that over. Gets early left. This is the big thing here is, once again, your eyes are a little bit bigger than what your arm is capable of, and you try to squeeze too much, lose that consistency, and you put the disc off the fairway. That's just the toughest part. A little ricochet there, but not a bad result.
No.
Caleb will be able to get out.
He's got room
Another
over
shot.
there. Yeah.
Oh, we got Blake's probably getting his aggressive shot here. He is. Forehand flex. Does it stay moving left?
No, he comes out of it too early, and he's going to be hanging out where Caleb is, just further right of him, though.
Yep. Got Andrew behind the short pad.
Doing the same thing.
And enough where they are too. Everyone's there in that little alcove of trees.
Playing cart golf.
Yep. Yeah, that's a pitch out. That's tough when you're in that position. He got a lot of distance, though, with the forehand. Give him that. So he's in a pretty good spot for 2. But it's going to be tough for him to get up and down from par. It'd be great to see it, though.
Forehand roller just catches that cabbage there left side to slow it completely down. He's still got to make that bend.
And I think he'll have another forehand roller to give himself the gap hit and also kind of curl around the hill, too. So that's a good forehand
shot
there.
Yeah, from Caleb. Yeah, not terrible.
Andrew, is that his origin?
Yep,
again?
that's the origin.
Okay. Puts it low and on Anheuser. Not much chance there. I think he wanted to trust that higher and maybe a little bit flatter. Oh, a little early here. Does it sneak?
Okay. Still on the inside. Still hasn't made it completely around the bend.
Yeah, so he'll probably have to line up that forehand flex shot if he wants to get onto the green. Otherwise, yeah, just it's a pitch. So he's probably flexing it. A little skip shot here. Nice. Kind of get that roll again like he did last round.
Yeah. Okay. And it sits. So that's where he's out of. Now he's got that difficult shot to get up to the green.
Which, total random comment here. I help run PFC's annual Ironman. And I love taking a few temp baskets out here, portables, and kind of cutting up these par 4s and par 5s for a 28-hole layout. If you guys want to check it out on UDisc, it's a ton of fun. But actually, that little path, exactly where Blake landed, I put in a temporary tee pad, and we play just a 340-ish foot par 3
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he played the Ironman, he'd have that practice.
Yeah, right?
But no, it's, yeah, once again, lining up, just a really unique shot. You kind of pick whichever gap fits your needs. There's a left gap, middle gap, right gap with the trees that make up that bend. So, yeah, it's really not that big of an issue if you just pump a disc straight through the turn, because then it opens up this next shot. And, yeah, that kind of finds its way down to the grass at the latter bend of the fairway. So Chandler will have a little pitch up there to see. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
He's lining up that tee shot. You got the gap to his left, down the middle, which I think is what he's looking for, is right down the middle. Yes, he hits it with a great disc, great line.
He's gonna...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's coming after Brent.
And actually, I forgot what that shot is for. I think he's looking at par.
I think so.
Yeah.
No, Blake, he hit that early tree. Out
You're
the gate,
right,
so
yeah.
I think he's putting for 6 now.
Pitch around the corner. Oh, that's
Okay.
a friendly tree.
Yeah.
All right, the current leader getting some love there. Caleb with a nice forehand roller to curl around. This is a relatively routine approach. Yeah, overstable approach. Oh, no. A roll away to, I believe, circle 2. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
You work so hard on the hole and then you get an unfriendly little tree direction or tree roll.
All right, Chandler from the sticks.
Can you stick it? That's a good approach.
Oh, yeah. Good out.
Yep. All right.
Caleb from deep.
This will kind of show what his mental fortitude is right now. If he can hit metal from here.
Oh, he hit a lot of it.
A lot of good metal too. Man, it would have been great to see that one stick. All right, Andrew still has it. Confident stroke.
Gets a bogey, but pretty much acts like as a par for this hole. There were no birdies on the day for this hole.
I know Andrew, I think it was the end of yesterday's round, so end of round 2, he was talking, you know what? If I squeeze a 1 over this next round, I can finish the event under par, which is playing longs twice, so that would be absolutely incredible.
All right, Blake just tapping in here. He got a bogey as well, which is pretty good based off his early hit on the drive. Caleb tapping out, getting his bogey as well. Shout out to OTB Disc Golf out of California. They donated a bunch of CTP prizes for the Greater Peoria Open and Greater Peoria Tour. Check them out online for a retailer. They are much appreciated of their support of the event. Moving on to hole 7, it's the same tee pad as the last round and the first round as well. There's only one tee pad, kind of like that poke and hope type of hole. There is a gap to the right. It's a lot smaller than what this drone is flying through of this late gap. You know, it is gettable from these guys, but it is going to be a tough one to get. Andrew looking like he's going up that right gap there, the skinnier of the gaps. You see how it opens up more on that right side, but it is harder to hit that gap based off the wall of trees on that side. Gives himself a birdie opportunity look though. Blake going, might be that Segura again. Oh, he early releases left.
Yeah, you don't want that. Let's see, Chandler breaking out the forehand.
Oh, he goes too high, I think. Yeah.
That came out a little strange. I think either a super understable disc or just kind of rolled over. Alright, we've got the straight mid-range here. Caleb, a little bit of an early release.
Yeah, it flips up to flat though pretty nicely. Looks like he may have been trying to attack that bigger left side gap. Just unfortunate.
Yep. Having the hyzer line that really doesn't ever flip up past flat will usually put you kind of around circle's edge to the left of the green, but that's a good approach there.
Yeah. He'll be tapping in for his birdie. Or, sorry, par.
Yeah, we have so many
Yeah.
holes out here that are like almost a stroke over par. You're like, you know what? Bogeys out here effectively are the new par. So.
Yeah.
Especially with how longs play, for sure. Very common for MA1 players to kind of average around that 10 over. The bogeys can really eat you alive out here. So there's a few pitch-ups here.
And they add up quick.
Caleb wants to avoid too many bogeys, and he's going to give himself a long comebacker for his, I think it's his double.
You can start to see some of the umbrellas come out. It is starting to sprinkle on us, which probably a breath of fresh air for these players, as it's 90+ degree weather all weekend. So be a nice little cool down.
Yeah, but the heat index over 100 yesterday, or sorry, on Friday, round 1, and kind of cooling down. Yeah.
Another back-to-back, lots of metal on putts.
Yeah. I think Caleb's going to want to look at this round and kind of get some putts back, so he'll close out his double. And we'll get some focus here on the green, too. Great bird from Andrew. Once again,
Big
just...
bird. 1 of 3 on the round.
Jeez. Anthony Boyd and Liam Brown. Well done, guys. Good birds.
Underdog Sports and Disc Golf. Paul Layton and his crew over there in Peoria and Springfield, Illinois, helping out the community in all sports, not just disc golf. They have used equipment over there as well, so you can find something cheaper. They do a lot for the community as a whole for all sports-related programs. So great group of people out there.
Absolutely. All right, this is the toughest par 3 on the front, or at least the most daunting. Hole 1 does challenge a player, but hole 8 here, this tee shot, is incredibly demanding. Gap hit about 150 feet off the tee, and you're going to a drop zone if you don't cross. So Andrew does cross here. He's early and left. Usually that's kind of like a blind pitch up if you're where he's at. In the grand scheme of things, if you do go OB, you want to go OB by the basket. So a lot of players are really just disking up and pushing it as hard and as far as they can. And that is a great line there from Blake.
Making the catch cam guy move. And Brent, I think that's his cigar that he's been pretty much leaning on majority of the tournament.
Yeah. At this point, I'm kind of convinced I need to try a cigar at least. But a little bit overturned here from... Chandler. Does it fight back in? It does.
Oh, yeah.
Great result.
Yeah, great shot.
Get wet helmet.
That's kind of what you're looking for. Trust a disc that goes a little bit straighter. So if you got to trust that hyzer flip up to ride straight versus like hammering something true on a flat line, you just got to do what you got to do. And yeah, that's overturned.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully he gets that one back from down there.
Yeah, it kind of, you see it drop right there into the creek. He's just going to go to... he got, I think, a favorable placement. I didn't well, I wasn't here, so I didn't see where it left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody going to the drop zone, which is it's a nice result. Andrew not hitting any OB except for now. Oh, man. That is definitely what you don't want to do. If you're safe off the tee, you want to stay safe. But
great putt to get his bogey to kind of save himself from any more damage.
it's true. Yeah, but we've got a couple of birdie looks here to finish it up. After Caleb gives himself his look for the double. No, sorry, this would be the single.
Single, yeah. That's 3 holes in a row now. He's hit a lot of metal.
That
his
one
putts.
is probably the worst
Spit
out the cut through
Yeah.
that we've seen this whole event. Which, these baskets, I love the DGA Mach 10. In my humble opinion, I don't know of another basket on the market that's better than these. But very rarely do they let that kind of cut through happen. But they do, as you see at this angle here, they have the vertical lines where that disc can just stand up on angle and go through. Very rare, but it happens. Blake, great bird, and Chandler, just not quite able to commit on that putt.
Treasures of the Forest, they play as many courses as they can around the country, finding the treasures of the forest, whether it be just unique pieces of wood they find, leaves, etc. They turn them into epoxy minis, and they've donated a bunch of them as CTP prizes for the event. So much appreciated.
Yeah, we're going to a hard hole here, so definitely a much bigger challenge. You have effectively what feels like 2 400-foot shots. Big uphill, kind of backhand turnover off the tee is what a lot of players are playing. If you've got a bomber forehand, you can throw that too. But then it really makes the second shot one of the craziest, either like forehand flexes or backhand flip-ups. It is a really tough birdie opportunity.
Yeah.
So pars are playing very well here.
For these guys in this division, a 5 is pretty much playing as par.
Yeah.
It's playing over that stroke.
Yep, and this tee shot usually has something to do with it. If it pushes too straight, you kind of pitch out for not much distance. I will say, over the past 2 years, for visibility's sake and the professional, the spectators coming through, they've really cleared out the rough in between holes 7 and 9 that run side by side. So the left side of this fairway abuts up to hole 7. So with that opening, you actually have a chance to kind of push a shot that does kind of gravitate to the left and get off the fairway. But you can still hit any one of these trees kind of at the crest of the hill and then ricochet to the left or right. That is a great turnover line there.
It's really good.
A little early, right? But I mean, that's a great result.
Yeah.
Take it all day. All day.
If I had to guess, maybe that's a scorch. I know he has a good amount of those in the bag. So.
Yeah, just kind of a reliable turnover disc that doesn't do too much fighting back. That's a little early for an understable disc of that nature. That's bad.
Oh, yeah. As you can see, he's showing some visible frustration.
Chandler getting up to what is an elite location where some of our professionals are throwing there. Yeah.
Yeah, nice pitch out there from Caleb, just getting out.
Yeah, it's too early in the round for true resignation, but I can see him kind of being in that position. Just saying, okay, get back to the game that I know, throw the nice hyzer shots. That one, that disc straightens up for him. He wanted that to get left. Good result.
Yeah, not terrible.
Yeah. So that's his opportunity to try to squeeze out a bogey.
Andrew going up and over?
Yeah.
All
Dropping down for at least an approach opportunity for 4. Little step out forehand. Just trying to
At this point, you can start to hear the rain a bit, so I'm wondering how much it's causing grip issues on top of the humidity that's already out there.
Yeah, because once your hand gets wet, you can't like kind of fan dry it. You have to find something to dry it with. And wow, if it didn't hit that tree, that disc was going places. That was an incredible third shot from Chandler. Right. Oh wait, no, that was a second. I'm tired, guys, and this rain is gonna put me to sleep. This is like a relaxing situation for me. I'm just ready to close my eyes, go to sleep.
All right, good shot there. Caleb's parents drove down from Michigan just to catch this round, so That was fun to see them coming down and supporting him.
I really appreciate that. And you know what? We need to work on getting spectators out here, man.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
I really love, too, there's a lot of the traveling professionals come and play in the MPO division, and shame on me for not shouting them out. Crew 42 will have the MPO field playing the same exact layouts that we have here, too. So if you guys have the opportunity, if you liked what you saw here, you'll love Crew 42's production. You'll love seeing the big names coming across there. And those guys are coming around to practice for Ledgestone that's coming in just a few weeks. So I can always appreciate kind of like a prep event for them.
Yeah. I was fortunate of playing the practice round with Crew 42 on film. Not sure if it's going to make the main channel or the owner Zach's personal channel. So curious to see that footage. If you do watch it, please keep in mind, I have not played a tournament in several years. I run majority of the events in the Peoria area, so that's what I'm known for.
And you've had your own reasons for that too, right? Let's not forget the neck stuff and everything. So, you know what? Really huge shout out, and not trying to toot my own horn here too, but huge shout out for event directors. Honestly, in my humble opinion, those who do it well are putting on an event that they would love to play in themselves. So I don't know if that's necessarily your philosophy, but I know you run a lot of great events. You always put the players at the forefront of your mind. And really treat them well. So I can appreciate that as a player in the events too, if the opportunity arises. I love to play in the tour events, but it's not the case for this event. So Andrew, that's the end of the final front nine. Still well ahead. Chase Card's not really in contention here, but we have Chandler kind of keeping things together and Blake slipping a little bit. But I'm anxious to see what the gauntlet has for these players on the back nine.
I'm excited to see that as well. Stay tuned, watch that back nine and final coverage of the Greater Peoria Open, and go back and watch the other rounds if you haven't watched them already. Thanks to PLD for having me here again and catching all this footage.
Of course. Subscribe, guys. Really appreciate your support. Catch you later.